I'm currently 20 years old. When I turned 18 during the summer, I found myself on the hunt for a job. It was then that I stumbled upon a program called Comp America, offering a unique opportunity for people from the UK to venture to the United States and earn money by working at a summer camp. It didn't take much to convince me. I had never been to the United States, and the idea of experiencing it while also making some money sounded like a dream come true. Several months passed, and I found myself in America. I was transported to the camp where I would be working. Camp Shady Brook nestled in the heart of Colorado. The prospect excited me. I had always been enamored by forests and mountains, a stark contrast to the relatively barren landscapes of the UK. As the days rolled on, my anticipation grew. My first night at Camp Shady Brook was a memorable one. With the arrival of the children, my duties as a counselor began in earnest, guiding them through activities and ensuring they had a blast made for a fulfilling day. Exhausted yet content, I retired to my own cabin as the sun dipped below the horizon, preparing to recharge for the adventures that lay ahead. I entered the dimly lit cabin. It was dark and there was no lights, so I used one of my flashlights to see. The flashlight's feeble beam cast eerie shadows on the walls. As I fumbled for the switch, a sudden chill ran down my spine. I heard faint whispers as if carried by the wind through the trees outside. Ignoring the unease, I managed to locate a set of matches and lit a few candles around the room, their flickering light pushing back the encroaching darkness. With the cabin illuminated by the soft glow of the candles, I tried to shake off the feeling of being watched. As I settled into my sleeping bag, I heard a rustling sound coming from outside. I dismissed it as an animal and closed my eyes, hoping to drift into a peaceful sleep. But sleep proved elusive that night. Strange noises echoed through the woods and the whispers seemed to grow louder. Eventually, I must have dozed off, but my slumber was restless and plagued by unsettling dreams. I woke up in a cold sweat, my heart pounding, unsure if it was still night or if morning had finally arrived. As the first rays of dawn filtered through the cabin's windows, I ventured outside, hoping the light of day would dispel the lingering unease. The campgrounds, usually vibrant and bustling, felt different. The atmosphere was heavy and there was an unnatural silence that hung in the air. The campers and fellow counselors moved about, but their movements seemed slower, almost mechanical. Over the next few days, the feeling of unease persisted. I shared my concerns with some of the other counselors, but they brushed it off as a result of adjusting to a new environment. However, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was deeply wrong. Late one evening, as the sun began to set and the woods cast long shadows, I followed the source of the whispers. The voices led me deeper into the forest, until I stumbled upon an overgrown path that seemed to beckon me. Against my better judgment, I walked along the path, the voices growing louder and more distinct. Suddenly, I came upon a clearing where an ancient-looking tree stood, its twisted branches reaching for the sky. Around the tree, I saw figures ethereal and indistinct, moving in a slow hypnotic dance. Their whispers coalesced into a haunting melody that filled the air. As I watched, transfixed, I felt a presence behind me. Turning, I saw a shadowy figure, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. It beckoned me closer, and before I knew it, I was part of the eerie dance. Time lost all meaning as I moved with the spectral figures, caught in a trance. It wasn't until a sudden gust of wind jolted me back to reality that I realized the danger I was in. With a surge of willpower, I tore myself away from the dance and stumbled back down the path, the whispers fading behind me. I returned to camp, my mind in turmoil, unsure if what I had experienced was real or a hallucination. I confided in an older counselor, who revealed the chilling truth. Camp Shady Brook had a dark history. An ancient legend of a forbidden ritual performed by the indigenous people who once inhabited the land. The ritual was said to grant those who partook in it unimaginable power, but came at a terrible cost. I knew I had to leave the camp to break free from its sinister grasp. With the help of the older counselor, we devised a plan to escape during the night when the spectral dance was likely to occur again. As we made our way through the dark woods, the whispers tried to draw us back, but we pushed forward. Finally, we reached the camp's perimeter and didn't look back until we were a safe distance away. As the first light of dawn broke through the horizon, we knew we had escaped the clutches of Camp Shady Brook. The experience forever changed me, a constant reminder of the thin veil between the mundane and the macabre, and the darkness that can lurk beneath even the most idyllic settings.